Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about all of the fragrances that I wore last week. So as always, I'm gonna jump right in. Actually, before we even start talking about fragrances, there's something that I've shown you on this channel before a long time ago because they were sent to me a long time ago, and I cannot believe that I have not pulled them out and used them until now. And I think I got these like a year and a half, 2 years ago or something. And I just recently pulled these out and started using them, and they are so amazing. I just have to tell you guys about them. So these are air fresheners. They're like spray air fresheners for your home. They're from a company called Yasmine. You can get these on Triple Traders. I am not affiliated in any way. Triple Traders does send me things occasionally, but I'm not like affiliated. I'm not gonna make any commission or anything, so this is nothing like that. I have to tell you about these because they're so good. So the first one I pulled out and tried is the coffee one. This one is called Tangerine Coffee, and they're just like little spray, you know, like little spray bottles, but you just spray them in the air. And I cannot tell you guys, these might be the best like spray air fresheners I've ever used. They last, like they will hang in the air for hours. Like normally when you spray when you spray like a spray air freshener, it's just temporary. It smells good for maybe 10-15 minutes and then it's gone. Not with these. You can smell these for like hours. I mean, at least 2 to 3 hours. They last forever. These are my two favorites, so these are the ones I wanted to talk about. This is the coffee one, and then this one is smooth vanilla. And this fragrance has made me want to wear, I just want a perfume that smells like this. There's something about this. It's like a vanilla ice cream scent, like a strong, yummy vanilla ice cream scent. And I don't have anything quite like this. Oh my gosh, and I would love a perfume that smells just like this. But yeah, these things are amazing, you guys. I think they're like $5 or they're super affordable on the Triple Traders website. I'll link them for you if I can find them. But yeah, I just had to talk about them because they're the best spray air freshener I've ever tried. Now on to the fragrances that I wore last week. So sadly, the whole beginning of the week was really like hot. It was just hot out again, and Charlotte and I were miserable. Like we're both over the heat. We just want to have cold weather. We just, I just want to be able to dig out my really heavy fragrances. Charlotte just doesn't do well in heat. She doesn't like it, so she's just ready for cold weather. And I was super sad to have to pull out something that can be worn any time of year. So I pulled out my Jennifer Lopez Still. I absolutely adore this fragrance. It's got like, I think it's got an Earl Grey tea note in it. Yeah, it's got like a tea note. It's really fresh and sweet, but still kind of warm and cozy. It's very clean smelling. It's one of those great, like I just hopped out of the shower type scents. People aren't gonna know if you're wearing a fragrance or if you just smell really good. It's one of those kinds of perfumes. I absolutely adore it. This might be my favorite fragrance from Jennifer Lopez. I just think it's so good. This thing is an absolute monster on me too. I will smell like this until I take a shower the next day. Like it just hangs around on me forever. I don't know if it's like that for everybody or if I just have really good luck with this one, but this is one of the best performing celebrity scents in my collection. It's so amazing. I love it. So yeah, that is the first one. That is Jennifer Lopez Still. Okay, when it was still kind of warm, but I still wanted to wear things that were kind of, cozy, I pulled out this Gloria Vanderbilt. This was sent over to me by a subscriber. This is a Gloria Vanderbilt fragrance, and it's called New York. I think it's New York Minuit, maybe. I love this. This is like a really warm, cozy, sweet, kind of honeyed floral. I do think that this leans just a touch mature, but I love it because it leans a touch mature. It's really cozy and comforting for me. And I really like this. This thing lasted forever. I think I smelled like this for 8 hours at least, 8 to 10 hours. Such an amazing performing fragrance. This fragrance, Gloria Vanderbilt fragrances in general are just super affordable. So it's such an affordable again, like warm, honeyed, sweet, cozy, floral. It may have like a little bit of patchouli in the base. It kind of reminds me a little bit of, and it does not smell at all like Jimmy Choo, but it's that kind of a scent where it's, I don't know, it's that kind of a warm, cozy, I think this might have some patchouli in it. I don't know, it's hard to tell because it's very floral. But anyways, it's a good one. That one is called Gloria Vanderbilt, New York. I think it's a minuit. And then also, while it was still warm out, and I was super craving vanillas because I had pulled out those air fresheners and started to use them. You guys will see like a lot of these fragrances that I wore this week were inspired by these air fresheners because I would spray them and then I would smell them in the air and I'd be like, I want to smell like that. And so I pulled out my Andromeda's Moon, inspired by Vanilla Diorama from Dior. I really just need to get through this. You guys can see I've used up quite a bit of it. I really like this, but I can't smell it after maybe 10 minutes. I mean, it's so fleeting, but as this is aged, as this has like macerated and aged, because I've had this for probably 6 or 8 months now, it's gotten so much better. It's gotten way more complex. It's got like a sweetness to it. It's almost got kind of like a stewed fruit kind of, but without being fruity. It's really hard to explain, but it's kind of got that, I don't know, like spiced, kind of stewed smell to it. I don't know. I really like it, but yeah, it only lasts maybe 15 minutes on, so I am just happily working through that, and I would never repurchase this in any form, not the original, not this one. It's just not, in my opinion, not worth it. So anyways, that is Andromeda's Moon, inspired by Vanilla Diorama from Dior. Okay, and then from here on out, these are the fragrances that I wore once it started to kind of cool down again, which it's kind of, you can see I'm in a sweater today, so it's definitely back to like normal fall weather. But I really wanted to wear my Parfums Wheel Sookie Essence. My beautiful friend Jacqueline sent this over to me. I absolutely love this. She said that it smells like a masala chai, and it absolutely does. I have a fragrance from Dream House, and I can't remember if it's Crestfallen or if it is Cashmere, but one of them is just 2 notes. It's like masala chai and something else. And I can definitely recognize the masala chai. Yeah, like the masala chai comparison. Gosh, it's so good. This one is really, it's not sweet at all. It's very almost dry smelling. It's like dry spices and woods, but it's very soft, very wearable. It's not anything like too spicy or too woody or too in your face. It's really, really beautiful, soft and wearable, and it really does smell like an unsweet masala chai. I always love to layer this though, and I layer it over this oil that I picked up from Sugarworks. I don't think that they make this oil anymore, sadly. Sugarworks has changed quite a bit from when I ordered this to what it's like now. They took a lot of the scents that they had. They used to have a lot more scents. Everything is very like, I don't know, limited. I don't know. It's not the same as it used to be when I ordered this. But anyways, this is a fragrance called Chai Creme Anglaise, and this is delicious. It's chai tea. It's that same kind of masala chai, but if you loaded it with like sugary vanilla whipped cream. So it's really very similar to this, but it adds the sweetness that I am always craving. I love sweetness in fragrance. I'm always craving sweetness, and since I've been using that vanilla air freshener a lot, I've really been just wanting to smell like yummy vanilla desserts. And this kind of gives me that, but without smelling too like, I don't know, gourmand, because this is quite a kind of dry, spicy, unsweet fragrance, but layered over this oil. Oh my gosh. My mom was here the day that I layered this, and she was like, man, you smell good. And yeah, this was what I was wearing. It's such an amazing combination. So anyways, this is a Parfums Wheel Sookie Essence, and I layered it over Chai Creme Anglaise. Sorry, my kitten he's just a little playing monster. He loves to play, and he's over there playing, so you might be able to hear him. I'll pick him up and I'll show you guys my little baby panther. He has gotten so big since I showed you him last time. Anyways, Sugarworks Chai Creme Anglaise. If you can't find this one, maybe check like Sweet Essentials, and they might have some kind of like a whipped creamy yummy chai that you could layer under this if you own this perfume and you want to try something similar. Okay, next I pulled out my this is my L'Artisan Parfums L'Eau d'Ambre Extreme. I adore this, one of my favorite ambers in my collection. It's such a beautiful, sweet, really, really wearable, very vanilla heavy. Ooh, he's got a ball he's batting around. Kind of slightly dusty, sweet amber. I love it. It was too warm the day I wore this though, so I could smell it, but you don't have the same experience if it's really, really warm out as you do in the cold. Ambers like this just bloom in cold weather, and the heat just kind of like dampers them. So yeah, I was sad that I wasn't getting the full experience of it because it was just too warm out that day. It was one of those days that it was deceptive. It was really, really cold in the morning, and I thought for sure it was going to be kind of a cold day. No, it got super hot, like over 70 degrees by the afternoon, and I was like sweating, and I couldn't really smell my perfume anymore. It was super sad, but yeah, I'll pull this out again when it gets properly cold, and I'll experience it the way it's meant to be. But normally this is a very long-lasting perfume, and it lasted a super long time, even in the heat, but it's just not the same. It doesn't have that same like coziness that it gives in the cold. So anyways, that is L'Artisan L'Eau d'Ambre Extreme. Next, this, I think I wore this yesterday, and yesterday it was pretty chilly. It stayed pretty chilly, but it still got like over 60. I don't know. I think it even got like into the high 60s. But I didn't care. I was over the warm weather, and I pulled out my Kismet Angel from Maison Alhamra. This came from my beautiful velvet, and yeah, I love this fragrance. This is a clone of Kilian Angel Share. It smells identical to it, maybe just a touch lighter. I don't think it's quite as like deep and syrupy and rich smelling as Angel Share. I love it. It smells 99% identical to it. I went to town with it. I just sprayed it on really heavily. I mean, I probably went in with 10 to 12 sprays, and I smelled like this for 24 hours. I smelled like this until I washed it off the next day. I mean, it hung around forever. I love this. This is such an amazing fragrance. It's such a good price too. You can usually find this for about $35. Gosh, I want to say I saw it on the makeup store website for maybe $25. It's so inexpensive, but it's kind of hard to find because people keep selling it out, and for good reason. It's a really, really good fragrance. So anyways, that is Kismet Angel from Maison Alhamra. And then last but not least, I wore my Dior fragrances. This is called Vanilla Brandy. This is such a delicious fragrance. This reminds me a lot of Plum Dum from Genre Parfums. It smells like a really sweet, like mulled wine. Like, I don't know, kind of stewed fruits, but if the stewed fruits were stewing in mulled wine. I know that's a weird comparison, but that's what it reminds me of. And then just add a load of vanilla. If it were like stewed fruits in mulled wine, and then you just added like, I don't know, 20 sticks of vanilla, or vanilla pods, like 20 vanilla pods, and you just had this bubbling cauldron of stewing fruits and wine and tons of vanilla. That's what Vanilla Brandy smells like. It's beautiful. I love it. It lasts forever. I could smell this on myself for, I don't know, 6-8 hours. It lasted a very long time. I just love it. It's such a good scent. It's a great fall scent. If you love vanilla, if you love sweet vanillas, if you like boozy vanillas or boozy fruity vanillas, I think you would love this. It's more of, again, like a stewed fruit more than like a fruity, but It's so warm, so cozy, so decadent smelling, and it's just perfect. This is definitely a cold weather fragrance though. I don't think this one would hold up in the heat at all. So yeah, it's amazing in cold weather. So anyways, that is Dua Vanilla Brandy. And that is going to be it, guys. Those are all of the fragrances that I wore last week. I do hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.